fucking microphone is to your face.
It's for all the people who can't hear me.
That you have to talk like this in order, like, look how close it is to your face.
I'm just gonna rest my lips on the microphone.
Clear.
Huh?
Clear.
Yeah. Unique, New York.
2, we need to talk about the fact that you're gonna have to move this for a second, and you're gonna have to stand up.
No,
That all of your work friends let you walk around looking like an idiot today. No, stand up. Look at that. And then he goes, "It's dirt from my car."
Yeah, it's
No.
from the truck.
No,
It's
that
from
is
the truck.
deodorant.
No, it's from the truck.
That is 100% deodorant.
It's from the truck.
It's 100% deodorant. And nobody at your work decided to tell you that.
Because it only happened when I got into the truck.
No, it's not the case.
You didn't know I don't wear deodorant? Alright, so we're going to talk about how our marriage works. How we jive.
How do we drive?
How do we jive? I don't know. We just have a good marriage. We're not. Neither one of us are jealous types, so yeah. And that's how it works.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so the secret to a successful marriage is to marry somebody who's not jealous, and then have the other person pretend to not be jealous.
So who's pretending to not be jealous?
100% me.
In what ways?
That's another way I'm a hypocrite. I'm pretty sure.
Like what?
Like, I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I had a really close relationship with a guy friend, and if you had that relationship with
A woman.
friend,
A woman. Things would be different. Yeah, things would definitely be different.
like if you stayed up late and talked to that person on the phone and told her that you loved her, and
Yeah, but I think what's different is that guys are motivated by sex, and women are motivated by an emotional connection. So, I think it'd be different. Like it would be different. There would be more to worry about because generally, men are more likely to cheat.
that's such a
I'm not saying that women don't cheat.
yeah.
I mean,
I was gonna say that's a blanket statement because I
No,
feel like men and women both cheat equally.
yeah,
It's
no,
just
it's more the woman than
sometimes
anything.
women have emotional relationships.
Which is cheating. I mean, which is cheating
It is,
as well.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I think that cheating is
But it's in different ways. It's cheating.
Right.
It's cheating. You know, like you're cheating emotionally, whereas opposed to men are physically cheating.
I think cheating, like, no matter what kind of cheating you do, it's not good. Like, I don't know that there's like a tier, and I'm sure that there is, and I don't. I never do find out, but
I would hope that I would prefer that you. I mean, if I had to pick the two, I would pick you emotionally cheating than getting filled
really.
by getting gorilla fucked by some dude.
Okay, but if it's take the emotion out of it, and then you're just having a sexual relationship with somebody versus an emotional relationship, so meaning that I'm not connected to you anymore, and I'm seeking that through somebody else. See, I honestly think I would prefer a physical cheat than an emotional cheat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't prefer any of them. I don't know how we got this far down the rabbit hole.
No, I just.
All we were talking about is the fact that I'm a hypocrite in the stance that I don't think I could sit back and watch you have a relationship with a woman like I had with a guy friend of mine.
Yeah. Again, I would rather you have that. Like if I had to pick two, I mean if we're playing Would You Rather, I would rather you not get fucked by another dude and just have an emotional connection.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
So you would rather me have sex with another woman than have a spiritual connection with her?
I'm gonna lay this out real quick. You're not gonna want to do either of those two things.
No, I don't.
Ever.
I don't have any
But-
desire to cheat on you. So
Yeah, I think it would be. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm wrong. You guys gotta help me out, because I feel like it would hurt more to me knowing that you fell in love with somebody else than a drunken stupor. I don't even know her name or
yeah,
want to talk to her
yeah,
again
obviously,
tomorrow.
yeah, obviously
But if
that.
you fell in love with a Sarah and you had a 6-month long emotional relationship with her to where now you're telling her you love her and you guys know secrets and she knows things about you that nobody outside of me know,
Yeah.
that would hurt. Yeah, like I think we all have a wall of some sort, and I feel like you and I know each other so well that if you were to allow somebody else in, that would really hurt. Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, it would hurt me too. I mean, if maybe again that would, if you fell in love with someone else, then I feel like both physical and mentally cheating would be, you'd be at that point. So yeah, and as we've always discussed, I mean, we would hope that if one of us ever fell out of love with each other, and that we would prefer that we would just come out and say, hey,
Yeah.
I wanted to, like,
Yeah. We're probably in the minority when it comes to conversations like that.
what, talking about it?
Like, yeah. Like, I just feel like a lot of couples don't, and maybe that's what's weird about you and I, is that I don't have a problem telling you.
Well, there's a
look,
lot
if you
that's
have-
weird about us.
Yeah, that's probably true. But if we get to a certain point in our marriage where there's no spark or you've lost that love, like, I would hope that we have had enough of a history and that you have enough respect for me, not only as your wife but as the mother of your children and as your best friend, that you would come to me and say, you know, Ash, I'm not feeling this anymore. And before I get too much further, I either A, want to seek counseling, or B, a separation, or C, a divorce immediately because I'm thinking about talking to somebody else. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and I think, I don't. I mean, I think that everyone should have that conversation, because no one wants to be cheated on. I mean, no one wants to have that happen. So I think it's better to talk about it, and because you might have someone who is afraid to express those feelings, that they're in love with somebody else, and because they don't want to hurt the other person, but they are just falling out of love, so they try to sneak around the other person's back, and ends up being more work than just talking about it.
Yeah. I 100% agree, but I do think, I honestly think we are, I don't think that it's a casual dinner conversation in most relationships, and not that it's a casual conversation in our relationship.
Oh, don't
but,
touch me.
But I do think that in conversations about our future and what I think that's what makes us work so well, is that we aren't afraid to have those awkward conversations, first of all. But second of all, I think that what you touched on earlier is that, like, if you lose that spark, guys, we've been together for almost 10 years. So it's not like we have a 25-year marriage going, or we have a...
Well, yeah, I mean, it's easier...
This is the longest relationship I've ever been. It's the longest relationship you've ever been in.
Yeah.
It's, we aren't in any way, shape, or form qualified to give extravagant marriage advice.
Oh,
but
of course
what makes our marriage work is that, one, we had those awkward conversations. Are you okay?
One thing, the things that make our marriage work is we have awkward conversations, and we walk and on each other pooping. So, I mean, that's just that's how you make a marriage work.
No. Okay.
If someone wants privacy while they're pooping, you just let the whole family in.
Yeah.
Dogs, kids.
This is very accurate.
And you start having a conversation.
I don't know the last
about,
time I pooped alone.
Yeah.
I mean, unless I'm not home.
The best,
home.
you know, the
When
best
I'm
thing to
not
do
home, I poop alone.
is that when the other is pooping, you bring the whole family in, and you have this conversation. Hey, by the way, if you're thinking about cheating on me, don't.
You'll have to learn how to re-poop in front of somebody else.
Try pooping in front of your new dude. Maybe he's weirded out by poop.
No, listen, it's not the poop. It's not the poop, and I don't even think it's the awkward conversations. I think it's that our marriage is light. Do you have any idea what I mean by that?
Our marriage is light?
Light. Like, we keep it light. Like, fun. We continue to date. We play stupid games. Like, am I boring you again? Seriously? Really?
Yeah. We send each other memes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
And play stupid games. And remember, like, for months, I feel like, you would lay in bed and try and tell me jokes.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember texting
You
Vicky
bashed
like,
my
I'm
jokes.
going to freaking murder him. Like,
So I said,
murder.
You don't like my
murder
jokes?
him.
I'm
Murder
going
him.
to stop telling you them.
And he did. He said, I'm done telling you jokes. And I'm like, thank the freaking good Lord. Like, thank you, baby Jesus, for putting whatever you put into his head to make him think he should stop telling me these jokes, because I didn't have the heart to tell him. Actually, I did tell you they were horrible. You just didn't care. You just kept telling me.
And now you miss them.
No.
Because they were fucking amazing jokes.
Then months go by, and I'm laying in bed, and I'm like, you know what I miss? And he's like, what? I'm like, I miss you telling me jokes. And he's like, you have got to be kidding me. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you done fucked up. I tell my jokes to Sam, and she appreciates them. So,
whatever.
boom.
Whatever. But it's true. It's one of those things where you don't really appreciate.
And I think, you know, another thing that makes our marriage work is the fact that we had a rough start to begin with.
We did have a rough start. We're going right into that.
Well, no, we can.
I mean, we're just gonna.
That might take up.
Dive into our.
No, we're not
start of our marriage or our relationship.
I'm planting a seed for later.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to hear the origins of our story, tune in to a future podcast.
Future podcast. That's like, we're gonna have to have.
There's gonna be like a.
How it all
series
began,
1 and series
episode
2.
1 through 30.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I guess in a nutshell, we had a really rough start. Basically, yeah, this is big of a story. Casey and I were supposed to be a fling, and, we got pregnant. And then I tried to get you to go away.
You hit the
and
lotto.
you wouldn't go away. So, that was that. And I remember the exact moment I fell in love with you. And I feel like every day since then, you've done something to make me fall more and more in love with you. So.
Well, the trick to that is I do something to really piss you off, and then I save it with something to make you fall in love with me again.
That?
So we just restart over and over again.
Really?
I piss you off. You're like, I hate him.
I don't.
And then I do something. It's like meeting me for the first time again.
I don't think I've ever actually hated you. In the almost 10 years we've been together, we've been in maybe two, maybe three serious fights. And I say serious like, I'm gonna go sleep not in this house, or I'm gonna go sleep on the couch.
You're gonna make me sleep in the bed with the kids.
I'm not gonna talk to you for the rest of the night.
Yeah, and we've had those where, we don't, like, we're not vibing for a couple, 3 days. See how
Vibing, just throwing
Gotta
it in there.
do that little seed
For
in there.
3 days?
Yeah, or even a week.
A week?
Like where it's like you could cut the tension with a knife.
Well, in certain parts of the month, maybe.
That happens about once a month.
Once a month.
It's a good,
Whatever.
that's a good
Once
point.
a
I
month for a
never
week?
noticed that, but yeah, once a month for a week, we have these weird fights where you're just
Shut up.
you can't be reasoned with.
Whatever.
I don't know what guys. Do you have this?
Blink twice if you're safe. Jerk. Whatever.
Yeah. So
I-
what else? I don't know. I guess I've never really thought about how our marriage works so good, but it does. I mean, we were made for each other.
We were made for each other, huh?
Hmm. I believe so.
I think so too. I think that's probably one of the things that
And I
not
don't think
everybody
everyone-
believes in, but like fate. Like I
I don't believe that everyone finds their other half. I think
I don't think so
I
either.
think some people are just so caught up in like it happening that they kind of force it. Like they just feel like they have to go by the book. They have to find they have to get married at a certain age. They have to do this at a certain age. They have to have kids. They have to they follow a plan. They follow someone else's plan.
Right, that and or they settle too soon.
Yeah.
Like we know quite a few people who, or they feel stuck for some reason, or just they've been in it for so long that they do love the person,
Yeah.
but they're just not in love with the person, or they don't work well together in any way, shape, or form.
And I think it comes down to people being lazy. I mean, they get content with the marriage and they think, well, I've already done my part to make this person fall in love with me. We don't need to date anymore.
Hold that thought. What, buddy? Come here. Got interrupted. Somebody was on the door.
Someone's trying to steal children.
Or children.
Children.
Children?
Children.
Yeah. Oh, so our marriage. I think it works because we talked about like just how we keep dating each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's the little things, guys. I'm telling you right now, like honestly, really little things. Like you get my gas. That's weird. It's a weird thing for me to be super appreciative of, and for it to mean as much as it does. Like it's not, but it does. Or like every morning, whether you get up to go to work or not, you get up and make my morning drink, which is weird.
Yeah.
Like it's such. I say weird, but it's so meaningful. And every morning, I think to myself like, how grateful I am that you do that. And most mornings, I tell you that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's just part of my morning routine now.
yeah, what do I do for you? Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
That's not
I'm
true.
just-
That's
I'm
not
just
true.
joking.
I do your laundry.
You do my laundry. You motivate me. You send me.
I serve you dinner every night. Not every night. 6-ish nights of the week.
Or
Like when we,
7. So
well, like
6 out of the 7. That's,
no,
you're doing pretty good.
pretty good
Boom.
because like when we have frozen pizza or something lame like that, it's not. Most of the time, you're doing that kind of thing.
Because I am the
You
only
do
one
the
that I'm the only one that does it right.
right. I can't.
Because you have to put a frozen pizza on the rack.
No.
You can't put it on the pan because then it makes
Whatever.
the crust isn't as crispy.
And then he gets mad at me because I don't let it preheat.
Yeah, you need to preheat it.
No.
There's a reason why they say preheat.
They say preheat because they want you to use more electricity. I don't
No,
know.
they want you to preheat it
No.
because it's supposed to
No.
cook at a certain temperature
No.
for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
When you half-ass
Okay.
warm it up, then it's not cooking right.
No.
And it doesn't taste.
Says the man who came from my wonderful mother-in-law who literally measures the water that goes into the macaroni.
And I don't do that. I don't measure that type of shit. But yeah, no, like preheat it. Or like, for example, when you cook something on the stove, you can't just crank it up to high.
Yeah, you can.
No, because then
Absolutely.
shit starts to
No, 100%.
bubble. No,
100%.
you put it on medium.
No.
You put it on medium,
No.
and you.
Medium
Yes, you
takes
do.
way too long. Nobody's got time for that.
Okay.
Nope. You're wrong.
No bullshit.
You're wrong.
No, when you cook shit like when we make chili dogs,
Yeah.
the chili is poppy.
Because it gets hot fast.
Yes, it's not supposed
Yes.
to. It's supposed to
Then you
gradually
just
get hot.
Wipe it up with some Dawn dish soap when you're done, and you're good.
No.
Yes.
No.
100%.
No.
Seriously. I bet. Same for as if when I said I wore the pants in the relationship. I guarantee you more people will agree with me that nobody has time to preheat the oven.
Bullshit.
And
I bet you.
everybody turns the water that needs to boil to high
No.
in order to get the water to boil.
No.
100%.
No.
Yes.
No.
You're gonna have like the one weirdo minus your mom, because your mom doesn't count.
Are you trying to say my mom's a weirdo?
No, your mom's not the weirdo. I'm saying there's a weirdo next to your mom and you that's not your mom.
Jake.
Jake doesn't cook, so that doesn't count. Somebody has to cook. You can't have an opinion if you don't cook.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, more people
No.
do not preheat the oven
I guarantee you
than
they do.
people who do preheat
I
the
guarantee
oven.
you people
No.
preheat the oven. Bullshit. Yes, they
No.
do. Because that's the right way.
Do you know that, like, the Rhodes cinnamon roll, that lady, whoever invented those, she's genius. Because on the instructions it
Yeah, it's
says,
meant to do that.
screw preheating, just throw the bad boy in.
Yeah, because it's meant to do that.
Yes, because all food is just those are the only directions that are accurate.
No.
Yes.
No. No.
Yeah. Anyway.
So I guarantee you that I'm going to, just like, I mean, you had a couple of your friends say that you wore the pants.
Who said you wore the pants?
Everybody.
Nobody.
Everybody.
Nobody.
They didn't have to. It's well known.
It's
You just
well
you
known.
had to get a couple of your friends to try to back you up.
Heartburn.
So, yeah.
My heart hurts from the amount of garbage you're spewing.
No.
That was good.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
That was weak.
No, that was good.
It was weak.
It was really, really good.
No, it was weak.
Whatever. Anyway, our marriage works.
Yeah,
I don't know
it works
how
good.
or why, but it works.
I
We
don't-
make it work.
I don't know. Again, I don't.
I wouldn't.
I
want to
think it's
like
because,
anybody else.
huh?
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You got the floor. Go
I
ahead.
said I wouldn't want to do this life with anybody else.
Oh, me neither.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, what?
That's all you said. Oh.
I was still trying to get over the fact that you interrupted me, so there's that. What I was going to say is, before you rudely interrupted me, was that I think why our marriage works is because we don't try to make it work. Like, we are not going out of our way to, like, try to make it work. We try to make each other happy,
I was gonna say what?
but we're not.
What?
I don't know how to explain it in a way, like, it's not like we have to try to make our marriage work
Okay, I
because,
see what you're saying. Like we aren't forcing it to work.
no, it's not
But
like,
we do try to make our marriage work because you do things for me and I do things for you, and like that's how you
But it
make
just-
each other fall in love.
no, I know,
all
but
over.
it's not like I'm not doing it because I feel like I have to do it or our marriage isn't going to work. I get your gas because you have fragile woman arms and you can't lift the hose.
Oh my God.
So,
Not everybody knows you're joking. You have to keep in mind our inside jokes are between you and I. Therefore, when you say them out loud, people think, "Wow, you're a dick." Like that's what people are thinking because they don't realize that it is a joke.
That's funny.
It's hilarious.
And so I get
To
your gas.
me.
I get your gas because I want to do something nice for you. I'm not like, fuck, I got to get Ashley's gas or else she's gonna divorce me and try to sleep with Carlos. And just do it because.
Carlos.
And by the way, I mean, like on a side note, if you ever did,
I
Like,
have
off
to
the
cheat on
record.
you with a Carlos.
off the record, I'd murder you. So.
Okay.
And the
I
guy.
thought you were were
and the
gonna say.
guy.
I thought you were gonna say I'd have to cheat on you with a Carlos
No.
because we have always talked about
No,
me and Carlos. Like that's
no.
my
Real talk.
real talk.
Real talk.
Off the record.
Like, we're gonna cut this part out, but just so you know,
Yeah, you're gonna murder me.
I will take you and him out.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I deserve it.
And same
I
for
would
me.
deserve it.
And same for me. If I cheat with Sally, then I
Ooh,
expect.
Good name choice. Good name choice. Because if you were to have chosen a name of like somebody that we knew, I'd be like, who's that bitch?
So, I would expect that I would die in my sleep.
No, you're not gonna die in your sleep. You're definitely gonna be awake. We probably shouldn't admit to this on camera.
We'll cut this part out. Okay. But we don't have to worry about it because we have a wonderful marriage, and we're not gonna lay with another person.
Lay with another person.
I was trying.
That was horrible.
It was horrible.
That was bad.
I forget what they say. There's a phrase that I was trying to pull, but I was on camera.
The lights were blinding.
Performance issues.
Okay, I get it.
Do you?
I get it.
Do you? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
You look good. Why are you looking at my arm? I don't have deodorant on me like you have on you.
It's the. So I haven't washed my truck, so it's the dust.
Whatever.
So
Love you.
love you more.
You guys, this is how stupid we are. Are we the only couple that does that? Huh? Yep.
Yeah.
And that's how that works.
Yeah, that's how you have cool little handshakes. It's like joining a club
With two people.
with two people.
Club Randall.
It's an exclusive club.
Get Club Randall.
We've got 4.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Jack and Sadie.
We don't count the dogs because they're shitheads.
No, they're good.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Whatever.
They make me question ever wanting to buy another dog. Like, real talk.
How many times in one episode can we get you to say real talk?
That's going to be my new thing. Real talk.
Real talk.
Or 100.
100.
It's 100. I don't know. I see people put it on there like it's like saying for sure. It's like 100.
We're gonna need to wrap this shit up. I've got heartburn and I need to get some Tums. So.
All right. So
Wrap it up.
wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
How do we wrap it up? That was good. That was good. That was impressive.
Yeah. It's wrapped. Until next time.
On next episodes of From the Ground Up.
Ollie, you know why?
What?
I had pizza.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Red sauce, guys. Red sauce. Once you hit almost 30, you can't eat anything anymore. And that is including lots and lots of frozen pizza because we're fancy up in this house.
Pretty fancy.
Pretty fancy. Fancy enough to get heartburn. So,
Fancy Nancy.
bye.
Bye. Unique New York.